Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's Pet Barbecue. For the very first time ever on my channel, I don't know what I'm cooking today. I found these two packages of meat in my freezer. I thawed them out and I don't know what I'm cooking. Let's find out. All right, so here are the two packages of mystery meat. Again, I don't know what's in here. It looks like the labels fell off. I can tell you that these did come from Grand Western Steaks, so thank you, Emilio, for sending me these. Now, this is from Jack's Creek, and it's Black Angus, whatever it is. So let me grab my knife and let's open this up. All right, I'm gonna open this package right here. Let's find out what we're dealing with here. All right, I still don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a roast or what it is. Here's another piece. Looks like a chunk of roast of some sort. I don't know. Let me take these out of the package and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so here's our mystery cuts of meat, and I still can't tell you what this is. You know, kind of looks like a brisket and a roast. I mean, it's not a roast because I don't have that marbling on the inside of those fat pockets like a roast normally has, but I do have some silver skin on the top. So I'm just gonna trim these up and see what it looks like trimmed, and maybe that'll give me a better idea. I'm lost for the very first time. I don't know what this is because the labels fell off. And I was gonna call Emilio at Grand Western Steaks, but it's Sunday and I don't want to bother him on a Sunday, so I'll wait till Monday and figure out what it was that he sent me, and if he can tell me, if he can remember. But I'm just gonna trim some of the silver skin off, because this is gonna make this meat pretty tough. And I wanna say it's, I don't know, maybe a flat iron steak, but it's really thick to be a flat iron steak. So, I don't know, I'm just gonna trim this up and see if I can identify it as I trim. Try to get all this silver skin off. It's got some really nice marbling for being a Black Angus. Really nice marbling, really fine marbling too. So I'm just gonna trim these up and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so I've got the mystery meat all trimmed up. Now, whatever this is, it was sandwiched right in between two heavy pieces of silver skin. So the meat was really nested with silver skin on the bottom and on the top, and I just trimmed that off, and I've got a really lean piece of meat. But I do have some really fine marbling in the meat, and hopefully you guys can see that. I still don't know what this is. I don't know how I'm gonna cook it, but I think I've made up my mind, and I'm just gonna cook these like steaks, okay? Now these are pretty thick for steaks, and I don't want them that thick. I'm probably gonna cut them in half. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I got my chef's knife right here from Dow Strong. Just gonna move these aside and really carefully try to cut these right in half, okay? See what the center of these steaks, or whatever this is, looks like. All right, you guys ready for this? Ooh, look at that. Really nicely marbled. I am liking this, okay? I don't know what this is, but I'm liking what I found in the center. It's almost like I opened up an oyster and found a pearl or a clam, whatever those things are that have pearls inside of them. But look at how beautiful this is on the inside, okay? Let's cut up another one. So this one's got a little bit more fat on the surface, but I'm gonna cut it right down the middle. Let's see what we got here. Oh yes. Man, I can't believe what I found in the center of these. I want to call them steaks, but I don't. But the marbling right in the center is fantastic. Okay, I still don't know what this is. So I'm gonna cut these other ones in half and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so I've got 8 different steaks of this mystery meat, and I'm gonna continue to call it mystery meat because I don't know what this is. So I was thinking about the seasoning, and I'm gonna get a little creative. So I'm just gonna move these 4 aside and grab these 4 steaks right here. And this marbling in the center is pretty darn amazing, okay? So I'm just gonna season these 4 steaks really simple with fleur de sel, which is a salt from France that grows on top of the water. It doesn't grow on top of the water, but it settles on top of the water. And you kind of skim it, and you get this really nice textured salt with really good flavor, okay? So these 4 steaks are only gonna get salt, just a good amount of salt on both sides. If you guys have never tried this fleur de sel, I highly recommend you give it a shot. Check out the links in the description box. You can order yourself some of this. You're going to press that salt into the steaks here and season both sides. This would be the outside of this mystery meat, okay? The other side is obviously the center. All right, so I've got these 4 seasoned up. Just gonna move them aside. All right, so I've got my other 4 steaks right here. Now for these, the seasoning that I'm gonna use is one of my all-time favorite rubs to use when I grill steaks, and it's this Cattleman's Grill California Tri-Tip. Again, not only is it good on tri-tip, but it's good on burgers, steaks, you name it. Okay, just gonna add a good amount of the seasoning. It's a really coarse rub, packed with so much flavor. All right, one last piece. I'm gonna grill these on my Yoder flat top, but I'm gonna let these rest in my fridge for probably 1 hour while I get that going. We'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so we're outside of my Yoder flat top, and it is extremely windy out here, so I apologize for any wind noise. So I'm gonna be using my grill gun to get my B&B lump charcoal going. Just turn this nozzle, hit the trigger, and let it go. All right, that took about 2 minutes. I gotta tell you, if you don't have one of these grill guns, check out the link inside the description box and grab yourself one. We're gonna let this ash over a bit, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so my coals are nice and ashed over and bright red right now. So I'm just gonna grab half of an onion. So if you guys are ever at a cookout at my house and I said, hey, tráete la cebolla, that means bring me the onion so I can wash the grill down, okay? So just like that. Now don't toss your onion out. What you wanna do is take your onion off of your fork, just like that, and toss it inside the fire. Okay, that's gonna give the steaks some really good flavor as it starts to burn. All right, so I've got my salt-only steaks right here. I gotta tell you, that salt really brought the moisture to the surface, so they look absolutely wonderful. So just gonna place them on there. I still don't know what kind of meat this is, but look at that. The marbling is fantastic. I'm thinking these are flat iron steaks, but if it is, I've never had a flat iron steak, but we'll see. Again, these are my salt only. And here are the California tri-tip seasoned steaks right here. Put them on this side. Put this little guy right here so I can watch it. Oh yeah. So if you guys don't have a Yoder flat top, I gotta tell you, this is the perfect summer grill. You can cook a ton of steaks, a ton of burgers, chicken, whatever it is that you want. I'm only using half of it. I have the other grate removed. Now if I'm cooking a lot of food, I can put the other grate on, or even my griddle. You can get a griddle for this to make some smash burgers, maybe some stir fry, etc. This Yoder flat top also has 5 different levels, so I can adjust my charcoal basket here. Right now I have it right in the middle, so I can go a lot lower than this and also a lot higher. Let me show you that real quick, see if you guys can see that. So that's at the highest point right there. So that brings the charcoal up really close to the steaks. And if I put it at the lowest setting, okay, it's probably 10 inches away from the charcoal, okay? But I'm cooking this right in the middle, just like that. Oh man, I wish you guys could smell this. That onion has started to burn right now, and it is smelling wonderful. So I'm gonna let these cook for about 2 minutes on this side, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so it's been about 3 minutes now. I'm just gonna flip them in the order that I placed them on the grill, just like that. So I'm gonna move these around a little bit. Again, these are salt only right here. Looking fantastic. Gonna go ahead and flip these as well. All right, gonna let them cook on this side for about 2 minutes. Now I might flip them one more time. We'll see you guys inside. Stay tuned. All right, so these steaks are ready and they have been resting for about 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna grab my carving set. Let's grab our steaks here. Just gonna grab one of each. One of these salt only and one of the California tri-tip seasoned ones. So let's go for this big boy right here. This is our California tri-tip right here. And this is the salt only. All right, so the grains are running in this direction right here on both steaks. So I'm just gonna grab some nice, oh man, that's super soft. Ridiculous soft. Look at that. Perfect medium rare. Now the smaller ones are gonna be a little bit more well done, the way my wife and daughter like them. Now this is an Australian Black Angus, okay? So it's gonna have a really good flavor. Now let's cut into the California tri-tip steak. I gotta tell you, these are really tender. I don't think I've ever cut a steak that's more tender than this. Just extremely tender. Look at that. Perfect medium rare. As the steak gets thinner, it's gonna be more medium. It almost slices better than a ribeye. It's that tender. So something tells me that these are flat iron steaks, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not gonna say that it is. But I will find out. It's gonna be interesting to see the comments on what people think this cut of meat is. All right, let's give it a taste. Stay tuned. All right, let's give these steaks a try. First, I'm gonna try the salt only brisket. That way I don't ruin my palate here. But here we go. All right, for a salt only steak, that is fantastic. You know, it's kissed with that smoke from that B&B charcoal. That is really tasty. All right, so next I'm gonna try the California tri-tip. Here we go. Super tender. All right, so that steak with the California tri-tip seasoning is absolutely delicious. And I gotta tell you, the one with the fleur de sel, salt only, is absolutely tasty as well. So which one is my favorite? I like them both. I like the beefiness of the salt only, but then that California tri-tip seasoning, that's why it's my favorite, because it's absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna be making some delicious tacos with this meat. So I'm just gonna dice these two up, mix them together, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so I've got the meat diced up. Just gonna sprinkle a little bit more of that fleur de sel on top of the meat, just like that. All right, so just gonna grab a warm corn tortilla and grab some of this meat, just like that. Got some homemade guac right here with tomatoes, jalapenos, and onions, and some lime. Got some freshly made hot salsa. Look at that. And the last thing, I got some crema fresca, just like that. This taco is gonna be delicious. I'm gonna make 2 more. I'll bring you guys right back. All right, let's give these tacos a try and see how we did. Just gonna grab this one right here in the middle. Cheers. That's a darn good tasting taco. I'm so glad I found that mystery meat in my deep freezer, but I'm on a mission to find out what cut of beef this was. I hope you guys like this video. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or guesses on what this cut of meat was, leave them down below. Until next time, Joe is Smokin Joe's Spit Barbecue. See ya.